How to solve conflict situations in society. When we enter a supermarket or some other public place and we see complete strangers who are having a conflict on lower levels of the first pair of self-consciousness centers, egocentrism, survival, and rough sexuality, emotional splash is happening. Then our goal is to... By splash, do you mean in relation to you or between each other? Between each other, we are an observer from outside. But we also see and understand that there is no one except us, that there is a reason for its attraction to this point of space-time. This situation has created, and our task is to annihilate it, by all means to shift these two people to positive inner state. We interrupt this situation, but very often people do not understand us. And it happens that a bit later there are three people with negative inner states. How to annihilate such situation within 2 minutes when it appears in our self-consciousness in such a way? Why do you have to annihilate it? But it appeared in my... But if in relation to this situation you are no longer balanced inside, by not understanding the causes that created this situation, the causes for its manifestation in a given point of space where you are present, you will not be able to bring into balance this situation, because you yourself are no longer balanced inside. You are approaching it with arrogance. I know everything. I know better than others. Women, all is good. Say these are women or men, but I don't recommend. Woman is easier to approach. At least they will not smack you. All is good. Look how good the world is. Here, there. It can bring even more disagreements. This is what I'm talking about, because they have different problems. They have different attitude, different perception of the world. In this given moment, not the same as yours. And this situation, as you say, reflects some imbalances, dissonance inside of you, which you can find inside yourself, in your memory, in your conceptions, something that can make you imbalanced inside. It shows you that you can be like these people and gives you the opportunity to simply accumulate the empiric experience. You again have an opportunity to verify how unpleasant it looks from the outside, how unnecessary it is, how far away you already are from all this. So, this situation helps you to fixate in some of your states, in the ones that say, I'm no longer like this, I wouldn't behave myself like this. Why is it necessary to participate in the quarrel? I don't understand that. But the goal is to annihilate it, to help people enter positive states. This, after all, was reflected in my world, or I think incorrectly. The task is to reconcile these two people. You know if this was reflected in your own individual world. Then, if you were present in balanced state, this fight or quarrel wouldn't have manifested itself. But if you did step down to middle frequency levels, everyday routine, then there can be any dissonances. Or if you think you are in a harmonious state, then this harmony is not stable. Therefore, if you think that you are present in your own individual world, then with your instability you contribute towards manifestation of various reactions and situations. We are manifested through continuums. So, there is overlap of multitudes of individual worlds. For example, at this point of time, in relation to you, I am present in my own individual world, and everyone in relation to me is present in their own individual worlds. And so continuum is formed. Cat will enter, or somewhere cockroach is crawling. They are present in their own individual worlds. A fly is flying. It is present in her own individual world, and her perception in relation to ours is taken from her individual world, but in common continuum. All our individual worlds, of all living beings and what we consider non-living beings, lifeless types of consciousness, they form continuums of our existence. Moreover, into all these are added individual worlds of various personal interpretations of our planetary entity. Meaning, we are present in some personal interpretations of our planetary entity. Its focus dynamics, realization potential. In which given planetary entity can be realized now, wants to be realized, intends to be realized. I am now writing the third volume where I describe individual worlds. First part of third volume. Such nuances will be described there. You are approaching the situation too directly. So my answer is, I wouldn't get involved, for example. If you ask my advice, someone is having a row, I would see it as an accumulation of their empirical experiences. And there is no connection to my inner states. Why are they fighting? Maybe it started in the morning and I was not there at all. Why all beside me have to shine? The continuum is not appropriate for that. And I cannot be like that to shine all the time. Because if I get hungry, I will no longer shine as much. I will start seeing chicken, which will take part of this light onto itself. A glass of dark beer will make the light that I can produce even more blurred, meaning that my attention will be focused on something more tangible, medium vibrational, and you need to understand it. If it gets cold, I will think of some code. It would be nice to wear sheep fur coat now. Okay, but how then the rule works of bringing conflict situation to positivity within 2 minutes? When in our world such a situation is happening, it looks like we contradict ourselves here. No, there is no contradiction. Now, you cannot transform conflict situation to positivity within 2 minutes. You will not be able to. because there can be too dissonant distance between focus dynamics of your form creators and focus dynamics of any other people who surround you in ordinary world. And the 2 minutes rule is the rule for IFAR. It was introduced so when there will be more and more IFARians around the world, the new coming IFARians could use something as a guide. When you will try to help people to transform some dissonant situation into positivity, then you will no longer worry about exiting these states yourself. You will deeply understand that to help someone to exit a destructive inner state is only possible when you yourself are in balance. And huge desire to bring into balance this situation, to influence other person, practically takes away the task of finding motivation to get yourself out of imbalanced states. In that way, I teach you subchakras refocusings. When you forget about yourself, and instead of you, there is only more global task. It's okay. You forgot about yourself, you forgot that you were in dissonance somewhere. But he or she, what to do within 2 minutes? Here, he is jealous. What to do so he wouldn't be jealous? To explain. To manifest some own sensual states, something else, to fall on your knees, to hug. Keys, do anything what tells the situation and your experience. So within 2 minutes that person would get to normal state. But the problem is that this is not what you want. You haven't discovered these states yet. You so far think that I'm in positive state now, but he or she is not. This is her problem. This is clear, but No, now it's too early to identify if our relations with relations in society. Say someone came to Afghanistan. You go through mountains to some talibs. You go with full altruism. Yes, I love these people. They do not understand what they are doing. I will come and they will all become better in my individual world. I will give him books Iissiidiology in Arabic. Then they all will hug me, will become better, and the war in Afghanistan will end. All this only because in my individual world this looks so and so. Okay, you will come. They lack intellect. They do have altruism, but this is not what I mean. I had a situation where I didn't transform an argument between my relatives to positive states. I didn't explain them in the right way, that in this situation you need to do this and that. They didn't hear me. I understood that I didn't positively transform this situation. I couldn't do it within 2 minutes. This is what I'm saying. If you here do not understand the cause and effect of interrelations, but only superficially see the relationship as your own relationship with these people, so in between themselves, you cannot bring into balance their relationship, because it's necessary to connect consequences with their causes, and to create such consequences so that situation would be eliminated. So it's necessary to know the reasons for some resentment, some words, some actions, the variety of things. This could have been accumulated for years. Someone did something back then and something else. She has tolerated and tolerated it, or he did. And all got to some final point, the patience has reached its limit, and all came out. And again, People in relationship perceive things differently from you, from positions of your own protoforms, own perception of each other, and also you. And therefore it's very hard. You think that it's possible in one conversation to change everything. It is similar to the example with talibs. They simply will cut you apart, or in best case scenario, sell you into slavery. Then I can make a conclusion that every situation in society needs to have a specific approach. Informational fragments between relatives and other people need to be improved gradually. For example, if you want something from someone, then you need to approach this person. Do something you never did before, something good, so this person would change his perception opinion about you, his previous perception of you. For example, you approach your mother-in-law and kiss her in the neck, but make sure to cover your cheeks and quietly kiss her from the back, so she wouldn't slap you in the face. Maybe she wouldn't understand it, but she will like it. And she will think, oh my god, Oleg. But right after that, don't tell her about Iissiidiology, because she will suspect straight away that you want something, that something is wrong. But if you prove yourself, establish her new perception of you, then she will think, why did he become so good? Why did he change so much? And you, after some time, will inadvertently mention, Iissiidiology says such and such. She will think, this Iissiidiology must be good, as it was able to change even such an idiot. Understand? If she perceived you in such a way, and you are no longer an idiot for her, she sees you in good light, and so on, or simply brought her a gift or some treat. But there are many people out there, and it's necessary to behave like this with each one of them. Firstly, you will have to force yourself, but later, you will not even notice how you are used to this. And you will understand that you cannot manifest yourself differently anymore, only in such a way by doing good to this one, and good to that one, and to these ones. And that is all, and not by singling out someone, that this one is initially bad because she is mother-in-law, wife, because she is quarrelsome or something else. Why quarrelsome? No, she is not quarrelsome. If you stay away, then she is not quarrelsome. Then stay away. Also, approach her and kiss her in the neck. Say, don't cry, my beautiful. Don't get angry, my sweetheart. I understand. In general, you need patience. Firstly, you need desire. Because if you don't have desire, then patience will not last. And if such situations happen in society, then I make a conclusion that if we bring our society into maximum harmony as much as possible, then there will be less of such situations. Thus, if you were in more negative inner state, then maybe there would have been much more destructive situations around you. I understand, thank you. When you witness some situation, say thank you and be thankful that it's exactly such situation and not much worse, that ceiling has not fallen above your head in the supermarket, or if in public transport, then that the train has not derailed, and so on and forth. Take this situation with understanding and gratitude, because this is continuum, where vibrations of your sphurm forms enter into conflict, or not conflict, with sphurm forms of other individual worlds.